A musician is like a superhero. Batman, Superman, all them dudes got capes and shit, right? Well, all gangster rappers got 501Gs.
Music is the most magical thing on earth to me. It's invisible. It can change people's lives. It's God to me.
We feed off the crowd. Crowd feeds off us, and you know, it's like a spiritual experience, or it's like somebody giving birth, or even purgatory.
Freed side, church.
It's a way to connect with other human beings in a more visceral way. You can create this sort of neutral cosmic space.
You know, a song makes you happy, or a song makes you sad, or a song makes you, you know, feel certain types of ways. And it's just, you know, 5 minutes.
Musical expressions are emotional expressions. And I think that's why, in the hands of the right musical poet, large numbers of people and their thoughts can be affected.
There's always a song that really carried me through. Like, that album was your album too? Oh, we could be friends. Just the kind of language that it builds and that level of connection. It gave us a certain language, it gave us a certain movement, it gave us a form of expression.
And it's like the form of communication from churches, through monarchy, through protest. Music's like the thread of humanity.
You get the record and you look at the people on the cover and you like the music, so you're like, I want to look like them, you know?
All my icons are musicians. We all need a hero, and that's where we're finding them.
I think musicians try to like express themselves. Like the easiest thing to pick up on is the way someone looks or dresses.
We're in a day and age now where everyone basically is wearing jeans and a t-shirt on stage.
Throughout musical history, it's really about the energy that you possess in that denim or that t-shirt.
Because it's so simple, you can add to it. It's like a cake with no icing on it.
You're on the road and you're loading equipment in and out of places. You're in seedy circumstances. Having a good pair of jeans is critical.
And 501s were for the OGs. So when we was wearing them, we were signifying that this is who we are, this is how we get down. And then it spread because other people around the world weren't just inspired by our music, but they were inspired by our dress code, our way of life, the way we wore our clothes.
Well, in the early days of the punk scene, most all the kids were wearing Levi's and a t-shirt. Music was kind of like pared down and fit that type of thing.
You feel like you have something to say, and you feel like you have a unique perspective, but what you learn is that we're all a lot more similar. And then you have all of these connections which create culture.
You had a circle to be in instead of just being an outcast. I always say there was like everything from geniuses to drunken morons included in the punk scene.
No matter who had money, 501 was a part of everybody's get out.
Country music, rap, punk. They were wearing what they were wearing and they still just kind of went for it.
Bikers, like, traditionally it's like, yeah, you are gonna have a Levi's jacket with your sleeves cut off. And then crust punk kids are normally gonna have patches. Groups decided to all dress like that just because of the music.
If an artist has aspiration to speak these political and social messages through their music, that's incredible, whether it be Nina Simone or Marvin Gaye or even Earth, Wind & Fire with their spiritualism. Those were all different forms of activism.
Whether you like it or not, you are on some sort of a platform, so people kind of rally together and stand by whatever you're expressing. It promotes change.
I mean, I'm not a politician, I'm Snoop Dogg. You know what's going on with the sign of the times, it's just me being me. When it's beautiful, I speak on beautiful events. When it's ugly, I tell you how ugly it is.
This took very, very long. My fingers were definitely about to fall off.
A lot of times I don't feel comfortable in something unless I fuck it up in some way. The same with musical instruments. I have to do something to them to make it feel like my own thing.
My MO for learning something is to fail. And so what I did wrong last time was I washed the jeans, so I lost all that contrast. But they looked gorgeous when I first did it. But I literally just got bleach and just started splattering it. It's pretty self-explanatory.
You know, you get your bleach and you soak it, grunge it up. In this case, it came out sick.
In my neighborhood, they would put starch on them and crease them all the way up. Before I had starch, I would just iron them and then put them under the mattress and sleep on it.
The scars of the combat of music. You know, the more sutured kind of repairs there are to it, I guess, that much more affection for that pair of jeans.
You call that a 1. But if I was to crease it, see how that look on the bottom of my shoe like that? It looks real professional.
And I did not make any of these holes. This just come from people grabbing me in mosh pits. This is the real deal.
Everything that you can imagine that comes with an outfit, I just switched. 501 Levi's is the only thing that remains the same.
I'm trying to think what the lyric was. It was, I ain't never seen the big time, but honey, that's okay with me. Sitting on this front porch all the big time. I ain't never seen the big time. Say I can't afford the big time. Yeah, well, baby, I'll just watch. 'Cause I'm having myself a big time. Just watching those 501s move around on you. So, yeah, it's a little tongue-in-cheek wink at her. You know, whoever her is in those 501s.